Do you know what's more powerful than money? It's a dream. Think about it. Money can be lost, it can run out, but a dream? A dream can take an empty pocket and fill a heart with so much hope that it can change the world. Today, I want to share a story with you. A story about a boy who proved that thinking big can transform even the most desperate life into a masterpiece of success. In a dusty, forgotten village, far from the bright city lights, lived a young boy named Arav. He was poor, truly poor. His slippers were held together by a thread. His clothes were faded from countless washes, and his pockets were always empty. Every morning, Arav would walk alongside the other children on their way to school. He saw their crisp, clean uniforms, their new school bags, and their shiny pens. He walked with them, but his own bag was torn and ragged, and on many days, he didn't even have a notebook to write in. At lunchtime, while the other kids opened their colorful lunchboxes filled with delicious food, Arav would quietly find a spot under a large banyan tree, pretending he wasn't hungry at all. The whispers followed him everywhere. People in the village would often look at him and say, "That boy is so unlucky. His future is already written. He'll end up just like his father." His father was a daily laborer, a good man who carried heavy sacks of grain and bricks under the scorching sun for just a few coins. His mother cleaned houses, scrubbing floors and washing dishes just to make sure there was at least one meal on the table each day. Life wasn't just hard. It was a constant, exhausting struggle. But inside Arav, hidden from the world's judging eyes, there was something that no one could see. A fire. A powerful, burning dream. He was determined to rewrite his story, to break free from the chains of poverty that had held his family for generations. Sometimes, with a spark of courage, Arav would share his dream with others. He'd say, "I want to build a better life. I want to do something big, something that will lift my family out of this struggle." But his words were met with laughter and scorn. "Dreams? Dreams are for rich kids," they would mock. "You should worry about where your next meal is coming from, not about building castles in the sky." Their words were like little daggers, and they hurt him deeply. But late at night, when the entire village was quiet and asleep, Arav would lie under the open sky, look up at the countless stars, and whisper to himself, "One day, I will make my family proud. One day, I will prove every single one of them wrong." One evening, as the sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Arav met an old man sitting peacefully near the edge of the village. Everyone called him Baba. They said he was wise, that he understood the secrets of life. Baba looked at Arav, his gentle eyes seeing past the torn clothes and straight into his soul. He asked softly, "Why do your eyes carry so much weight, my child?" Arav, feeling a strange sense of comfort, let out a long sigh and confessed, "Everyone tells me I can't do anything because I'm poor. They laugh at me and say my dreams are too big for someone like me." Baba smiled, a warm, knowing smile. He reached down, picked up a tiny seed from the dusty ground, and placed it in Arav's palm. "Do you see this seed?" he asked. "It's so small, almost nothing. But locked inside this tiny shell lives a magnificent, towering tree. If this seed believes it is small and worthless, it will remain buried in the dirt forever. But if it dares to grow, if it dares to push through the darkness, it can one day provide shade, delicious fruits, and life to countless others." Arav stared at the seed, his mind racing. Baba continued, his voice like a gentle melody. "You, my boy, are just like this seed. Your pockets may be empty, but your mind is a fertile ground full of incredible possibilities. Don't let other people bury you with their doubts and their small-mindedness. Dare to grow. Dare to think big." Those words struck Arav's heart like a bolt of lightning. It was the spark he needed. That night, he looked at the same stars, but this time with a newfound fire in his eyes. He made a solemn promise to himself. "I will not stop. I will not be buried. I will grow." The journey that followed was anything but easy. His life became a relentless cycle of work and study. In the mornings he went to school, absorbing every word the teacher said. In the evenings, he worked at a small roadside tea stall, washing endless stacks of glasses and serving hot tea to tired travelers. Some days, he would help shopkeepers in the market, running errands just to earn a few extra coins. And at night, when the world was asleep, Arav's day was far from over. He would study under the weak, flickering light of a kerosene lantern. He borrowed old, worn-out books from anyone who would lend them. He practiced writing and math over and over again on a broken slate. He'd huddle over an old, crackling radio, listening intently to educational programs. He sacrificed sleep, comfort, and sometimes even food, but he never ever sacrificed his dream. Years passed. The boy grew into a young man. Through his hard work, Arav learned a valuable skill: how to fix broken radios and watches. He started saving every single coin he earned. It was a slow process, but eventually he had enough to buy a set of second-hand tools. With these tools, he set up a small table under the same banyan tree where he used to sit hungry. He started repairing mobile phones for people in his village. At first, people were skeptical. They laughed. Who is going to trust a poor boy like him with their expensive phone? They sneered. But Arav was different. He worked with an honesty and dedication that was rare. He charged very little money and poured all his focus and care into every repair. Word of his skill and integrity began to spread. Slowly but surely, trust grew. His small table under the tree soon turned into a tiny rented shop. That tiny shop then expanded into two. Arav was meticulous. He saved and reinvested every single rupee he earned back into his business. Within a few short years, he had saved enough to open a proper electronics store in the nearby town. He sold mobile accessories, laptops, and offered repair services. His business boomed. His confidence soared. The very same people who once told him he would remain poor forever now stood in line to greet him with respect. Arav's parents no longer had to work their fingers to the bone. He gave them a life of dignity and peace, a life they had only ever dreamed of. The boy who once had nothing but empty pockets had filled his life and the lives of his loved ones with purpose, pride, and success. One morning, the wise old Baba visited Arav's bustling new shop. Arav's eyes filled with tears of gratitude as he immediately bent down and touched Baba's feet, a sign of deep respect. Baba placed a hand on his head and smiled that same warm, gentle smile. "Do you remember the seed I showed you all those years ago?" he asked. Arav nodded, unable to speak, his heart overflowing with emotion. Baba looked around the shop, at everything Arav had built, and said, "Today you have shown the entire world that a small seed, with enough belief, can grow into a mighty tree. The world tried to make you think small, but you dared to think big. And that, my boy, has made all the difference. So I want you to remember this story. Your pockets might be empty today. Your situation might seem hopeless. But if your mind is full of dreams, if your heart is full of hope, you are already richer than you can imagine. Don't let the noise of the world limit your vision. Don't let the doubts of others become your reality. Think big, start small, work hard every single day, and never, ever give up. Because true success isn't about what you hold in your hands. It's about what you hold in your heart. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that can help you build your dream. Until next time, keep thinking big.